Do you think it was the stepping away, or was it like, was it the fact that you went away, or was it the clarity of mind you got from going away?
Probably a bit of both.
Bit of both?
Yeah, I think so.
okay.
A bit of both. It was me stepping away. Maybe the team like shit. George is away now. What do we do? But also, I think okay, I've got to look at the good. Like, because there's elements of where it becomes annoying and stressful because you're not there, and if you were there, you just fix it in 15 minutes. But now you have to step away from your holiday, and you have to take the phone call. You have to send that email. Like, you have to do those things. So there's there's that level of annoyance, but it also was the level I try to look at it from a level of clarity and go, okay, well, I need to sort this out. I need to make sure that if I want to have that true CEO role in my business, I need to have someone here doing these things for me. I can't always be, no, I have to check that before it gets done. I have to tick this box before it gets done. You have to run that through me before that gets done. And it's good because now I've got other ventures and other things that I'm looking at expanding the business in other areas. And I'm like, well, the only way I could possibly go and expand the business in this area is if I am a true CEO here. So I did have a quick conversation this morning actually with my GM, and we were talking about it. And I said, listen, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm going to do. If that comes to fruition and we go down this path, you're going to need to step up and really run a lot of the operations. I'm going to have to teach you how to do the payroll. I'm going to have to teach you how to do payments. You're going to have permission to bank accounts, the whole range of things, but you're going to need to be able to make calls on things without me here. And there's risk and there's reward. So I'll have a level of buy-in from him as well when that time comes to.
Yeah, I think that's exciting.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it is. It is.
Because it's kind of like okay, like this is what we need to work towards now. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes you can get that thing of like, I don't even know what I'm working towards anymore. I feel like I'm just fucking running on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you kind of get clarity on what the thing is.
Yep.
And now you're like, all right, cool. I kind of know what that next benchmark is.
And a lot of people don't know that though. It's like they're just running on the treadmill. Like they don't know what the next thing is. They don't know, well, should I get off the treadmill and go on the road machine? Like they just don't get it.
No clarity.
Yeah. And I think it's sometimes you do need to be uncomfortable to get that clarity and take that time to step back from everything that's going on and say, well, what do we need to look at here? What needs to change?
Pain creates more change than pleasure ever will.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You're so true. So true.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
In all aspects of your life, man. All aspects of your life.
Dude, you will do more to not lose 10K than you will to make 10K.
Yep.
Hands down. Facts.
Every time.
Facts. Well, do you feel... okay, so, and you got back a few days ago?
Yeah.
And do you feel refreshed?
Not really.
Yeah,
Not
I felt
really.
like that. When I went to, Thailand and Vietnam earlier in the year, I didn't feel... I came back and it was like, it was so busy the whole time that when I came back, I just like hit the ground running again. Didn't feel like I stopped. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh, okay, like I'm back straight back into. I was on stage the next morning. Like I landed at 3 a.m. and I was on stage at 11.
That's what I mean. I feel like I literally feel like the holiday didn't happen when I got to work on Monday. It's like, no, back into it. Straight away, we've got to do this, 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 and this. And it's like I'd never left in the first place. So yeah, I didn't feel refreshed when I got back.
Do you wish you created more space?
More space with what? Oh, between the time I got back to work?
No. Like just the direct, even now that you leave the environment, work still comes with you. The laptop's still there. The phone, the emails. Do you wish you created more space in regards to that?
I don't think I could have on this trip.
Your emails would be here when you got back.
Oh, of course they would. Yeah, they would. It's like, would I don't know if, I think it would be easier for me not to create, like if I just ignored everything for the week, then Monday would have been like, fuck, don't talk to me at all.
Yeah.
And I'd be here till like from 6 to 10. You know what I mean? And like me working whilst I was away and doing bits and pieces whilst I was away helped me not have that when I got to work on Monday. And I kind of sacrificed that so that I knew Monday when I got back to work, it was like everything's under control.
Do you get, for me, I get a sense of, I don't want to call it peace, but I'm going to call it peace because I don't know what other word to use. Like comfort almost. when I feel like, okay, cool, like I know my emails are sorted, like I kind of know the days under control, everyone's got their work, everyone
Yep.
knows what they're doing, I tend to feel better
Yeah, absolutely.
than if I was like, no phone. I think like if I'd had no phone for a few days in the middle of the week, I would feel anxious.
Yeah. I think we've been groomed like that now as well, with everything that's going on in our busy days, that if we don't have this thing next to us, and you've said it before, and I feel the exact same way, I've got a bad association with this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've got a bad relationship with my phone. I don't like it when it rings. I don't think, oh, ring, oh, could be another job. Hello.
No,
It's
not
like,
at all.
oh, you know what I mean? And it's like, I look at them like, who the fuck is bothering me right now?
Yeah.
You know, messages, phone calls. Like that's why the only thing that goes off on my phone is like calls and texts. No alerts anywhere else, because I have a negative association with it these days. So yes, I do feel the same way. Look, one thing I did like, I think when you travel, if you are in a position to be able to leverage this and do it, if you can travel business class, I think that's a huge advantage. Not just for the flex, not just say, oh, look at me, I'm going business class, I make so much money. From the perspective of our flight from Melbourne to Singapore was delayed by probably 2.5 hours. In those 4 hours that I was in the business lounge, I got a ton of work done. I actually did so much. Like kids, my wife were just over in the corner, they were eating food, they were on their phones, whatever they were doing. They were entertained. And I just sat there for 4 whole hours and just punched out a whole bunch of work. And that was great. Get on the plane, when you're in a business seat, pull up the laptop if you want again, you can punch out some more work. So you can actually do the work. And I find that quite refreshing because I feel like I'm actually getting ahead when I'm doing that. Now, full disclosure, I flew economy there and back. I couldn't get the upgrade only because it was sort of a last minute thing. We just couldn't get the seats. But if it was available to me, like I bid for the upgrade, if it went there, I would have paid for it or used points or whatever it was going to be. And I think it's well worth it. And yeah, that few hours before I think was really good and really powerful. But if I had it on the way there and on the way back, I would have utilized that too. Just being fresh when I arrive to the destination or come back home and had the ability to do work. I find the weekend when I'm away is good because no one's calling me. No one's bothering me. The sites are generally closed. The team's not in the office. Clients aren't pestering you. So it's generally a good time on the weekend. But then during the week, it's like that's when the phone blows up. That's when the emails are coming through. That's when all the things that need your urgent action whilst you're away, that's when it happens.
Yeah, but so, I went to Europe 3 years ago now. And
Fuck, so that long.
yeah,
Jeez.
time flies. But when I was in Europe, Europe's 8 hours behind. So I would get up at like 4 a.m. and it would be midday
Yeah.
in Melbourne. And I would work for like 4 or 5 hours. And then I could, like Melbourne kind of
Went to
shuts
sleep.
off. Yeah. And then I had the rest of the day. And I was like, all right, I can do whatever the fuck I want here.
Mm.
And don't get me wrong, like you get to fucking 10 p.m. and you're cooked. But I had like, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. of complete do whatever the fuck you want.
Mm.
And I like that. It was like, cool, I've sorted out my Melbourne life. It's all switched off. I could, free for all now.
Mm.
The States was different because when we did in the States, you'd wake up and Melbourne was switched off. It was middle of the night in Melbourne. And then you had like 8-10 hours and then Melbourne's waking up for the next day and it's your afternoon. And then you're out to dinner and your phone's blowing up and you're like, all right.
Yeah. And that's I experienced the exact same thing when we went to the States, saw Hormozy and GC. Same thing. And it was at the time where we had just a couple of jobs that were big jobs and were nearing completion and just the phone wouldn't stop. Trades and clients and everyone. And it's like, fuck, just leave me alone. But again, you're a huge cog in the business that needs to turn in order for it to function. And I get it. Like you'd have to say 90% of the small business owners out there are like that. I think that's a fair assumption. I think
there'd be a lot of people relating to this.
I don't think there's that many business owners out there today who are just, no, I don't do shit. I'm CEO. I walk in the morning and make sure everything's okay. And then I go and have coffees all day.
Yeah, I would say most people are flat chat.
Yeah.
But it's part of I feel like you go from your phone not ringing to saying like, fucking just, you know what I mean? Like anyone, just call me. Like I've got nothing, no action. To all of a sudden your phone doesn't stop ringing. So you think, fucking just stop ringing. And then I think like the next level is your phone stops ringing.
Yeah. Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
And
It's
then
like
it's like,
doesn't ring,
not-
rings a lot, and then doesn't
and
ring
then
at
it's
all.
like there's 3 people that call me.
Yeah.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.